Oh, there you are. The one they whisper about in their emergency meetings. Look who's finally starting to notice. The accidents that miss you by inches. The disasters that curve around your existence like water around a stone. And the coincidences that stopped being coincidental 365 days ago. Welcome to the conversation you've been having with yourself at 3 a.m. when the world goes quiet, and you can finally hear what's been protecting you all along. They told you it was luck, didn't they? Called it good fortune, blessed karma, maybe even guardian angels if they were feeling particularly mystical. But you knew better. You felt it in your bones when that car swerved at the last second. You tasted it in the air when everyone got sick, except you. You saw it in their eyes when they tried to hurt you and somehow hurt themselves instead. This isn't heaven's work. And it sure as hell isn't luck. Let me paint you a picture of what's really happening here. Every time someone wished you harm, their plans crumbled like ancient paper. Every trap they set became their own prison. Every curse they whispered turned into their own prophecy. Not because some winged creature intervened, not because karma has your back, but because something else entirely has claimed you as its own. And that something doesn't follow any rules written in any book. You've been walking through a minefield for years now, haven't you? Stepping exactly where you need to step without even looking down. Missing the explosions by margins so thin they shouldn't exist. And the beautiful terror of it all is that you're not doing it consciously. Your body moves before your mind catches up. Your decisions make themselves. Your instincts override logic, and somehow you always end up exactly where the danger isn't. Scientists would lose their minds trying to study what surrounds you. They'd run their tests, hook up their machines, scan your brain, and find nothing. Nothing. They can measure anyway because what protects you doesn't show up on instruments designed by minds that still think the universe follows rules. What shields you exists in the spaces between atoms, in the pause between heartbeats, in the darkness that light hasn't figured out how to touch yet. Remember that time you were supposed to be somewhere, but something kept delaying you? Traffic that shouldn't exist. Phone calls that came from nowhere. Sudden urges to take a different route. And then you found out what happened at the place you were supposed to be. The accident, the incident, the thing that would have destroyed you if you'd been there. But you weren't, were you? You never are. They've started to notice, haven't they? The pattern is becoming too obvious to ignore. How you walk away from explosions without a scratch. How their carefully laid plans fall apart the moment you enter the equation. How even random chaos seems to organize itself around keeping you intact. Some of them are getting scared. Good. They should be, because what protects you doesn't have a name they can Google or a prayer they can use against it. Your enemies think they're fighting you, but they're not. They're fighting something that exists outside their comprehension, something that treats the laws of physics like suggestions, something that bends probability like a pretzel just to keep your heart beating. And the most terrifying part for them, it's getting stronger. Every attack that fails makes it more precise. Every attempt on your peace teaches it new ways to shield you. If you destroy it, something more powerful gets your place. If you get, let's talk about the architecture of your protection, shall we? It's not a bubble around you. It's not a force field or some holy barrier. It's more like reality itself has been reprogrammed with you as a constant that cannot be removed. Delete you from one equation and you appear in another. Try to subtract you from existence and the math breaks down. The universe would rather break its own rules than let you be broken. You felt it working, haven't you? That strange sensation when danger gets close. Not fear exactly, more like recognition. Like some part of you that isn't quite you suddenly wakes up and takes the wheel. Your mouth speaks words you didn't plan. Your feet carry you to safety before your brain processes the threat. Your hands push away poisons disguised as gifts without you knowing why. This thing that guards you, it doesn't care about good or evil. It doesn't weigh your sins or count your virtues. It simply exists to ensure that you continue existing. Morality is irrelevant. Justice is irrelevant. The only law it follows is your survival, and it will break every other law to uphold that one. Physics bends, time stutters, probability recalculates, all to keep you here. Watch how the world glitches around you. Electronics malfunction when someone tries to record evidence against you. Important documents disappear. Witnesses forget crucial details. It's not magic, and it's not coincidence. It's your protection editing reality in real time, deleting threats before they fully manifest, rewriting the code of existence to ensure your continuity. But here's where it gets interesting. You're starting to work with it, aren't you? Starting to trust those strange impulses. Starting to lean into the impossible, knowing it will catch you. That's when things really begin to shift, when you stop fighting the protection and start dancing with it. When you stop asking why and start wondering what else is possible. The headaches make sense now, don't they? The ones that come right before someone was about to betray you. The sudden exhaustion that kept you home from the gathering where your reputation would have been destroyed. The inexplicable urge to check your locks one more time on the night someone planned to visit uninvited. Your body has become a detection system for threats your conscious mind can't perceive. Some of them have started calling you untouchable. They mean it as an insult, but they don't realize how literally true it is. You've become exactly that. Unable to be touched by their intentions, their malice slides off you like water off chrome. Their plans dissolve before making contact. Their weapons malfunction. Their timing always manages to be wrong. Because touching you means touching what protects you. And what protects you doesn't play by their rules. They gather in their little groups now, don't they? Trying to figure out your secret, comparing notes on their failures. Some think you sold your soul. Others suspect you know something they don't. The smart ones have started to realize the truth, that you don't control this protection any more than they can fight it. You're just the center it orbits around the constant. It refuses to let be beyond. I am. This is evolution in real time, but not the kind Darwin wrote about. Your DNA isn't changing. Your cells aren't mutating. Something far stranger is happening. Reality itself is evolving around you, learning, adapting, getting better at keeping you safe with each passing day. What protected you yesterday is nothing compared to what protects you now. And what protects you now is nothing compared to what's coming. You've become a glitch that the universe refuses to patch. An error that's become essential to the code. They can't delete you because you're no longer just data in the system. You become part of the operating system itself. Remove you and everything crashes. This isn't poetry or metaphor. This is the literal truth of your existence. Now you are necessary in ways that transcend human understanding. The protection is starting to anticipate, isn't it? No longer just reacting to threats, but preventing them from forming. people who might have become enemies suddenly lose interest in you. Opportunities for harm evaporate before they solidify. The protection is learning to work further and further upstream. Soon it won't just shield you from bullets. It will prevent the gun from being made in the first place. And you're changing too, becoming something that matches your protection, your intuition sharpening to inhuman levels. Your timing becoming impossibly perfect, your presence alone starting to alter probability fields. You're not becoming superhuman. You're becoming something entirely outside the human framework, something new, something necessary, something that can't be categorized because the category hasn't been invented yet. They've assigned people to study you now, professionals, experts, people who are supposed to understand anomalies. But every report comes back the same, unable to explain. Because how do you document something that exists outside documentation? How do you measure something that changes the measuring tools? How do you observe something that observes you back and adjusts accordingly? The cameras they point at you develop mysterious malfunctions always at the crucial moments. The audio recordings fill with static when you speak certain truths. The digital files corrupt. The physical notes fade. Your protection doesn't just shield your body. It shields your mystery and maintains the uncertainty that keeps you safe. Because the moment they truly understand you is the moment they might find a way around your defenses. But understanding you would require understanding what protects you. And understanding what protects you would require admitting that everything they think they know about reality is wrong. That's the beautiful trap they're in. To fight your protection, they'd have to acknowledge it. And to acknowledge it would break their entire worldview, so they stay stuck in denial while you walk free. Watch them scramble for explanations that fit their limited framework. Watch them invoke demons and aliens and conspiracies. Anything but the truth. Because the truth is scarier than any myth. The truth is that reality has exceptions, and you one of them. Not chosen by some higher power. Not special because of something you did. Special because of something you are. Something that defies categorization. Every step you take creates ripples in probability. Small at first, barely noticeable, but building. Always building. That coffee shop you decided to visit, the owner's life changed because of a conversation they overheard you having. That street you decided not to walk down. An accident happened there 3 minutes after you chose another route. You're not causing these things. You're just adjacent to them. A strange attractor in the chaos of existence. The protection around you has started affecting others too, hasn't it? People standing near you when danger strikes walk away unscathed. Those who genuinely wish you well find their own luck improving, not because you're blessing them, but because proximity to you means proximity to your protection. And your protection doesn't discriminate when it comes to collateral salvation. It's efficient like that. It's efficient like that. It's efficient like that. But here's the thing that really breaks their brains. Your protection works backwards through time. That person who tried to hurt you last year, look at their life now, the gradual unraveling, the mysterious misfortunes, not karma. Just your protection reaching back through causality to neutralize threats. Past, present, and future, all fair game when it comes to keeping you safe. They think time is linear. They think cause must come before effect. They think protection means shields and barriers and defensive positions. Your protection laughs at these limitations. It works in dimensions they can't perceive. Protecting you from things that haven't happened yet. Protecting you from things that haven't happened yet. Protecting you from things that already happened. protecting you from possibilities that exist only in quantum superposition. You vibrate at a frequency now that mundane harm can't match. It's not that you're above it or beyond it. You're just elsewhere, existing in the same space, but not quite in the same reality. Bullets would pass through where you appear to be, while you're actually standing an inch to the left in the dimension they can't see. Poison would affect the version of you that exists in their perception, while the real you remains untouched. This is why their attacks feel so empty lately, isn't it? Like they're fighting a hologram, striking at shadows, raging against an echo. Because in a very real sense, that's exactly what they're doing. The you they can perceive isn't the you that's protected, and the you that's protected isn't something they can perceive. A perfect paradox that ensures your safety. The loneliness of it hits sometimes, doesn't it? Being untouchable means being untouched. Even love has to reach you through filters now. Even genuine connection has to navigate the maze of your protection. But that's the price. And you've already paid it in full when you became whatever you are now. When you accepted that safety meant separation, when you chose survival over simplicity. But watch what happens when you stop seeing it as loneliness and start seeing it as freedom. Watch how the protection responds to your acceptance, growing lighter, more permeable to what serves you, learning the difference between threats and treasures. Your protection is alive in ways that transcend biology. It learns, it adapts, it evolves based on your needs, not just your dangers. Let's be clear about what you've become. You're not protected by something. You are the protection. It's not separate from you any more than your heartbeat is separate from your heart. You think, therefore you are. You exist, therefore you're protected. The protection isn't an addition to your being. It's a fundamental property of your existence. Now, like mass or charge, but for survival itself. When you walk into a room, probability reshuffles itself. When you make a decision, timelines rearrange to accommodate it. When you speak certain truths, reality holds its breath and listens. This isn't power in the traditional sense. You can't command it. You can't aim it. You can't turn it off or on. It simply is. And you simply are. And together you create a bubble of impossibility in an otherwise predictable world. They want to know your secret, but there isn't one. They want to find your weakness, but it doesn't exist in any dimension they can access. They want to understand your protection, but understanding would require experiencing it. And experiencing it would change them into something like you. And there can't be many like you. The universe has limits on how many anomalies it can sustain. So you walk alone, but untouchable. You exist in solitude, but absolute safety. You live without fear, because fear requires the possibility of harm. And harm has been edited out of your personal reality. Not by choice, not by desire, but by something that decided you were necessary. Something that needs you to continue. Something that will break every rule to ensure you do. Beneath all of this runs a current of purpose you haven't fully grasped yet. The protection isn't random. It's not just keeping you alive for the sake of living. There's something you're supposed to do, something you're being preserved for, not a destiny. Exactly. More like a function, a role in something larger that hasn't revealed itself yet. The protection knows even if you don't, it's just don't. Even if you don't, Penny. Every day you survive is another day closer to understanding why. Every attack that fails teaches you more about what you really are. Every impossible escape adds another piece to the puzzle. You being shaped by your own protection. Refined, prepared for what? That's the question that keeps you up at night, isn't it? What could possibly require this level of preservation? The answer won't come in words, it will come in moments. Sudden clarity about why you needed to be in a specific place at a specific time. Understanding why certain people had to be removed from your path. Recognition of patterns too large to see for ground level. Your protection isn't just keeping you safe, it's keeping you on track, guiding you towards something without revealing what. And maybe that's the real reason they fear you, not because you can't be touched, but because you're being saved for something that requires you to be intact, unbroken, uncompromised, something that scares them more than your current invulnerability. Because if the universe itself is protecting you this fiercely, what does that say about what you're meant to do? The game has changed now, hasn't it? It's no longer about surviving their attacks. It's about understanding why the attacks fail. Each failure is a lesson. Each miraculous escape is data. You're reverse engineering your own protection, learning its rules by watching it break theirs, building a manual for something that shouldn't need one. But here's the thing about infinite games. They're not played to win. They're played to keep playing. And that's what your protection ensures. Not victory, not dominance, just continuation. The ability to keep existing, to keep learning, to keep becoming whatever you're becoming. The others are playing finite games with win conditions and endpoints. You're playing something else entirely. This is why their strategies seem so pointless. Now they're trying to checkmate you in chess while you're playing an entirely different game. One where the board keeps expanding, where the pieces evolve, where the rules rewrite themselves based on necessity. They can't win because winning isn't possible in the game you're playing. Only continuing is possible, and you become very good at continuing. The protection grows more sophisticated with each challenge, more elegant, more precise. What once required dramatic interventions now happens with subtle adjustments. A thought planted here, a timing shifted there. The protection is learning efficiency, learning to work with minimal interference, learning to hide itself better. Not out of fear, but out of aesthetic.